Well, right, let's just stick that on. Right, it looks as if we're on now. I'll mute my. It's a few seconds behind. Right, so I was checking just to see if it's on. It looks like we're on. If anyone wants to join in and say hello, they can do. Let me know how everybody is. It won't take long, I promise. I'm saying that there's quite a lot of slides to get through. But only about 45 minutes to do it. I will be uploading it up on YouTube tomorrow. It'll be on Facebook. It's on Facebook Live now. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. You can watch either at your own leisure. Any questions, just message me. If you're live on it, message me at the time or afterwards in the comments. So there we go. Understanding canine body language, building trust and communication. Right. I'll get to grips with my stuff. There we go. Let's go work out my buttons, make sure it works. Make sure it works. So welcome everyone. It's going to be about 45 minutes long. The kids running about, or one of them running about. We're going to look at different types of body language. We're going to look at how dogs communicate without words, how we can interpret the signals to create a stronger, more trusting relationship. Basically, I've just read off the sheet there. So it's going to be quite a little bit to go through. I will go through things quicker than other. But the goal is to bridge the communication gap between humans and dogs, so we can help us and our dogs out. Before I start, or even if there's people watching this afterwards, have you ever had a moment where you've misread your dog's signals? Examples. So throughout the next hour, I'm going to go through a few little bits. We're going to look at why understanding body language is crucial. We're going to look at the different body signals, body language signals. So I'll just have a tea at the back. How to interpret those signals, building trust through clear communications, and practical examples and real life applications. So everybody, what is the most challenging part of understanding dog body language, do you think? You can type it below, you can message me, you can answer it in your own head. But what you can look at is, without words, how does your dog speak to you? Why body language is crucial. It's obviously very crucial. Number one, dogs don't speak. Not to us. Dogs are non-verbal and rely heavily on body language to express their own emotions. They can't tell us when they're scared, excited, anxious. They can't tell us in words. That gives us a picture of how they're feeling emotionally. But their body can. So they use their body like we use our body as well. But there's also an impact on misreading different body cues. Misreading signals can lead to confusion or even dangerous situations. For example, not recognising a fearful dog might result in an unintentional chomp. It can be very easy to misread a dog's body language, not knowing that a dog's tail can swish left or swish right or swish in the middle. It can be very, very difficult. Now, the role of canine body language in dogs is very, very important. The dogs use a combination of movements, posture, facial expressions to communicate their feelings and their intentions. Unlike us, they don't rely on anything verbal, so understanding these cues from our dogs is very important when we're building that connection and when we're out and about. Every movement, every posture has got a meaning. Whether it's how their ears are positioned. Some dogs don't have that, or they do, but not as much as the other dogs. Where the tails wag or how the dogs hold themselves, these signals will help us understand if they're relaxed or if they're fearful or if they're excited. So there's lots and lots of different things we can look at in different times, different places, to give us a better understanding of what our dog is telling us. Right, so basic body signals, position, posture, and movement. Now, an explanation of posture. And what you've got is, you've got a relaxed posture. You know when your dog, sometimes we don't, but we know normally when our dog is feeling comfortable. Our dog will look loose, they'll be relaxed. The tail's in a neutral position, ears might be upright, they might be slightly back, and their face will appear calm, nice and relaxed. There's the alert posture. When a dog is alert, it stands tall, its ears can be pricked, and its body will lean slightly forward. This indicates a curiosity or a focus on a certain thing. Yeah. So we've got to look at different postures. Fearful or anxious postures. So when a dog is afraid, it can often crouch, make itself smaller, it can tuck its tail underneath its legs, it can flatten its ears, and its eyes can be looking somewhere else. So there's lots, even in those three different postures, relaxed, alert, fearful or anxious, we can tell the differences. Most of the time, as handlers and owners of dogs and other animals, we can see this quite clearly. If you look up, even if you've got look up a few photos of your own dog on your camera or your phone, and you'll see that on some of them they're not as happy as you want them to be. That's because we're trying to get the right picture, and they might not want to do it, or some of them are really happy, some of them are really sad. So you can judge and you can see different postures of your dog. Tail wags. Very similar to the postures. Every tail wag tells a story. I don't know why I put a horse on behind it. I'd probably be out of dog pictures. But what you've got is, same as the posture of a dog, the tail wagging. Each tail wag has got an explanation. Happy, excited wagging. Now we've seen happy, excited wagging. That's the happy, excited wagging that meets you when you're coming from work. That's the happy, excited wagging that meets you when you've been to the shop and come back with some food. That's the happy, excited wagging that meets you first thing in the morning. It's fast, it's broad, it's left and right, and it's absolutely wiggly bum. That normally means, or typically means, they're happy and excited. We see that a lot, and hopefully you see that a lot. You've got the nervous wagging, or the submissive wagging. Now these are when the tail is low, a very low swish, and the wag is quick or stiff, often signals like insecurity or nervousness. You've also got aggressive wagging. That's very similar to a cat one, I think. A very slow, stiff wag, but the tail's held a little bit higher. Usually indicates an aggressive attitude. Think scorpion. A lot of breeds. Some breeds can't tell because their tails are smaller. Some dogs have their tails held up right normally. It's an aggressive. It's a signal that a dog might be prepared to not attack but to defend itself. Yeah. So if you were to look up on YouTube or anything like that, you can look up, just like Google, dogs wagging tails, then look at facial expressions. The wag normally goes with the face. The face and the wag normally go with the posture. So they can all be linked together at the same time. Normally, or most of the time, what the happy one. Of course we do. Ears and eyes. Ears and eyes can convey a lot about the mood of a dog. So this is mood. Relaxed ears or neutral position. This will signal that a dog is at ease. Now, neutral position is different for just about every breed. Neutral position for German Shepherds might be pricked, might be upright. Neutral position, neutral positions for a Basset Hound might be dragging on the floor. And there's different neutral positions for different dogs. Collie's neutral position is 1/3 tipped. But what you've got to look at is a nice relaxed ear is a neutral position. Now you can get, and you can see, and you will see a lot in your own dogs, the erect ears and wider eyes. So these are when the ears are up. Think German Shepherd, think even lots of dogs do it. A lot of you can see it more in the smaller, the pointy ears, or even some bigger and pointy ears. When the ears are up and the eyes are wide, the dog is looking alert, curious and excited. So that's more of an alert emotion. A curious emotion, making them alert. You've got the flattened ears, and the wide eyes. So you've got flattened ears. So this is when the ears go and they flatten back. You'll get a widened eye, or the avoidance of eye contact with that one as well. This is where the dog is looking and feeling fear or stress. Not a dog. I said fear and stress, just come to see if I'm alright. No course. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Narrowed eyes. The narrowed eyes can indicate some sort of discomfort. They can indicate aggression and definitely some uncertainty. So, whenever you're out for a walk, have a look. Dog can show all these eyes and ears, all the postures, all the tail swishes. They can show them all in a matter of minutes. You can go through all of them. Go on a walk. They can have them all at the same time. Not at the same time, but one after the other. So we looked at posture, we looked at eyes, ears, we looked at tail. We've not listened to the bark. Now I know barking is vocalization, is not the body language, but it's part of the language of dogs. What you've got is barking. I always say when I'm in class, when I'm chatting with everybody, why? Why do dogs bark? Barking can signal excitement, it can signal alertness, it can signal a need for attention. The context of the bark and the accompanying body language are essential because they'll match. Growling. A growl is normally a warning signal, indicating that the dog feels a bit threatened or territorial. I don't use the word territorial, a bit threatened or encroached. It's important to observe the dog's stance and facial expressions. So I talked about the stance before, whether it's a neutral, a forward stance, a backward stance. Whining, whimpering. So you get your whining and your whimpering often signals distress, anxiety, and the need for reassurance. You'll see a lot of those, and you listen to your dog. And I say, if I was to ask questions in class and say, well, can you tell the differences in your dog's noises? You probably go, yes, because you've got the big boy bark and the little boy whinge. Everybody's the same. So there's lots and lots of things we can listen at and look for at the same time. A few weeks back, I did a little bit of a webinar on stress and anxiety. I did separation anxiety last week. We're looking at stress and anxiety in dogs, especially around the fireworks time, which hopefully we're all finished and we can start training for next year. But you've got to look at how do you recognise stress or aggression in dogs, because they can be linked very closely. Clicking. Yawning. A lot of dogs yawn repeatedly in stressful situations. It can be a sign of anxiety or discomfort. I always say can, because it could be signs of something else. Licking the lips, licking the nose. So when a dog's licking the lips and the nose, that can be like a self-soothing behaviour, trying to make themselves feel a little bit better. That can accompany stress as well, or an uncertainty. Well, the boy's playing mobile. Singing away. Hey, well done. Stiff postures and growling. Growling, the stiff posture. So you look at a rigid body, if accompanied with a growl and bared teeth, often is a signal of aggression, or at least a warning towards it. These are pretty simple telltale signs. But a lot of the time we miss them, and it's too late. So it's about spotting the signs a lot earlier. Building trust through understanding. How can we build trust and understanding when we don't know how to read our own dog's language, speak our dog's language? So you build trust by respecting boundaries. So if your dog is showing signs or any signs of discomfort, like turning away, growling, respect the space, this can create a trusting environment. Thank you for my space. Thank you very much. Right? It gives them a better trusting of us humans if we leave them alone when they're having a tough time. Some dogs just want the space. You know? If they're turning away and they want to go over there, they go over there. Positive reinforcement. Everyone who knows me knows that's the only training I do. Reward, calm and relaxed behaviour, praise and treats. Reinforces positive communication. Positive communication can build confidence, can build a bond between you and your dog. And as always, it should always be consistent. Dogs thrive on consistency. If you consistently respond with their cues, with appropriate actions, they'll feel a lot safer and more understood. So if you go back to that boundaries thing, where if your dog he's showing discomfort and walks away, and one day you let them do it, and the next day you don't, and one day you do it, and then they won't know what's happening, and it won't have any effect, and you just make it worse.
With your seat. With your seat. Huh? Feel good?
What does it throw? Because there's no one in. As always, pop your messages in below. Now what you've got is practical examples, and you've got real life scenarios. You've all got dogs. Those who are watching have got dogs. Those who are in class have got dogs. Real life scenarios could be dogs meeting new people. How does your dog react when meeting someone new?
Stop hitting me.
Who's hitting who? You throw a teddy.
Do not. Making me sad.
That's okay. Let's cuddle. No? Okay. When dogs meet new people, what do? Do they go to the people? Do they stay away from the people? Respect what they do. If a dog wants to come to you and have a kiss and a cuddle, then they'll come to you. Are they confident? Are they cautious? In dog training, we talk about coping mechanisms. What does my brain tell me to do? Yeah. What if you introduce a dog to another dog? What does your dog do? Observe the posture, the tail, the eyes, the ears. Sometimes the back, whether it's slumped, it's flat, it's arched. The hackles are up. Check everything. Puppies, when they come to class, playtime is limited. Before and after, you can do what you want because you're not in class. But playtime can overstimulate, it can understimulate, it can raise excitement levels too much. Yeah. Always keep an eye on all these body language signals when your dog is playing with other dogs. Yeah. I say always keep it equal. Yeah. So if you have got any experiences where you've missed a body signal, I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? You're putting your face out. You're behind me, let's cover you up. There you go. So let me know if you've noticed something with your dog and you've acted on it and you've prevented a negative action. Let me know. Oh, 25 minutes, come on in. So very quickly, and it's very quick whiz through, we've learned about understanding canine body language. It's vital for building and trusting and having a clear relationship with your dogs. Right? I'd love to hear any questions you've got. If there's any bits you didn't understand, let me know. The slides are here on the live, so you can go forwards and back. Ask any specific scenarios or challenges you're facing. So ask me anything. Take what you've learned today. Yeah, it's only been 25 minutes just about. Take what you've learned today into your next dog walk, into your next dog class. Not only watching your dog, but watching other dogs as well. Communicate more with your eyes than your mouths. Yeah. If you want to learn or want to know anything in more detail about any of the slides, any of the aspects of body language, then let me know. If there's anything you've learned, let me know. Say it was great. Anything you want to learn more, let me know. Yes, it's only been 25 minutes. It's a very brief but basic, detailed canine body language webinar. If you have got questions, let me know. And I'll see you all very soon. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.